Hey guys, got something special for you today. So my friend Garrett Bondi from college reached out to me not too long ago, and he wants to enter into the realm of saddle hunting. Knowing I mainly hunt public lands and that I use the saddle for most of my 2020 season, he wanted to see what I thought the pros and cons are, and I asked him, I said, hey, have you had a chance to get to try a saddle out, see if you like it? He said no, so we're heading over to his place today. I figured it'd be a good opportunity for him to try it out before he buys it. So today we're gonna use the Tehtrd Phantom and the Trophy Line EDP platform and see what his first initial thoughts are on it. So for size context, I'm about 5'11", and I'm between 180 190 pounds throughout a period of a year. I think he'll be roughly about 6'2" and around like 230, so it'll give you an opportunity to see what a bigger guy thinks of the platform and thinks of a smaller saddle. So I know a lot of other products out there are more built for bigger guys, and the Phantom is kind of concerned for you bigger guys because it is so minimalistic. So we'll get you some impressions of what he thinks of it. Got my little puppy dog with me today. She's got a little play date with his dogs, so run some energy out of her, get an initial impression for everybody here, and have a good day.
Almost.
Yeah, so walking in, I keep that top part super tight because these saddlebags right here,
Okay.
they eventually start dragging it down. But once I get closer to the tree, I relax the top, the normal belt, because it's just gonna loosen up eventually.
Okay.
While you're sitting in the tree, you don't have any weight on it. When you're in the tree, you're gonna feel everything here, and like in these thicker bands on the saddle. And then you're probably gonna have to make the tether higher.
I mean, I think
Yeah, I mean you're only a couple inches taller than me, and you're just trying it out, so
Right.
like comfort right now isn't a huge.
it's definitely different.
It is, and you know, it's funny, you're only probably 1.5 feet off the ground, but when you're 14 feet up for the first time in a saddle and you look down, and because your feet take up the whole platform, you're just gonna look down and it's like, oh my god, there's nothing below me.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I've done some semi-sketchy sits before where it's like...
So you know how I was telling you about these comfort channel things, how it's kind of riding up?
Yeah.
If you adjust this, so if you sit up a little bit more, that one's okay. But if you throw it down like there, you're gonna feel it more on your butt on this side. If you put it in this notch here, you're gonna feel it more on this strap here.
Okay. I definitely feel like I like it more towards the top.
Okay.
I feel like that was like more comfortable just for how I want.
And this is one of the smaller profile saddles.
Okay.
So like that's one of the #1 complaints is people don't feel like they're supported all the way down. Like with all the other ones, they'll get more support like lower here.
Okay.
Or some of them, instead of supporting here, they support more up on the back.
Okay.
So most of them have a bigger profile out there than this one.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad at all though. You usually just rest your hands on the...
Yeah, yep. Just literally how you're sitting right there is exactly how I sit pretty much most of my time. And like looking around is so easy. Like in a tree stand, you're constantly worried about like slowly rotating your head, right?
Right.
With that, you pretty much like you just rotate your feet and you can see whatever you want pretty much.
Yeah. That's nice.
So
like much farther than that that'd be difficult to shoot like more.
Right.
Than, I mean, I guess this branch is obviously like
yeah.
in the way, but you could get down there.
And just to help get like some further shots like that when you're rotating, if you get closer to the tree and kind of lean into it with your hip, so what was that? Your right hip. So if you actually lean into the tree a little bit with your right hip, you can actually, yeah, just like that. It's kind of weird, and your trees, yeah, kind of,
I mean,
yeah, but you can get to that offside shot a little bit.
Yeah.
And
I'd be a little bit weirded out rotating kind of blind, like if the deer was over there.
Yeah.
Rotating blind towards it.
but that's where like the whole, you know, I showed you that step through trick.
Yeah.
That's where that comes into play. Is you step through it and it kind of locks you in. You can do it two ways. So either you're throwing your bow underneath the rope and that's going to be on your front shoulder, or you rotate the long, yeah. So that would be if you had your bow underneath and you would want to pull that strap over and you can shoot to your weak side.
Yeah, that's not bad.
But
I do like having that on the shoulder.
yeah. And that carabiner, like it's kind of sticking out now, but it'll flatten out when you're in the woods and got baggy clothing on. Oh boy. The wife's gonna come make fun of us, eh?
No, she thinks it's cute when I got on my gear, she said.
Oh yeah. Hi.
Hello. Just hanging out. Yeah. That's Margot. Getting ready for the satellite, bro. You like it?
It's so much safer too, so that's what sold my fiance on it.
I'm in.
So
He's only almost died a couple times.
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Legitimately, one season I almost fell out of a tree using a climber, and I was like, all right, I gotta find something better. So
No, I like this a lot better than the climbing sticks. Although I did give him climbing sticks.
No, you use the sticks to get up.
you use the sticks. The only difference is with like a hang-on stand or something, you're not really attached to the tree the whole time. Where this, like literally, it's impossible for him to fall out of that saddle. Like
That makes sense.
if he slips off, he's only gonna fall as far as the rope lets him,
Okay.
and that's not that far. He's gonna come home with some scratches, but
But he'll come home.
he'll come home.
What
That
do you do when you're sitting, like I rotate around?
uh
I guess I can shift back. I guess it's practicing part of history. The platform definitely like slid out a little bit.
yeah, a little bit.
That's not bad.
You'll find like the more you move.
What's your dog's name again?
Margot, come. Thank you. Yeah, you'll notice like when you're hunting, you don't move around that much.
Right.
So the more, like you'll see down here, the bark is starting to wear out a little bit where the teeth bite in.
Sure.
So the more that happens, the more like the platform wants to kick out on you. But if you start noticing like your platform wants to kick out,
Kind of just.
you can either do that, or you can legitimately do the thing where I folded it up and stepped down on it, and yeah, so you put pressure on it like that, and then it just bites back into the tree again.
Okay.
Yeah, see, and now you're bit back into the tree, and it's gonna be tight again.
Yeah. Oh, that's pretty good. What do you think? You think I could take meetings like this next rotation while I'm...
Sure.
Have a green screen behind you.
That's right.
Blur your background.
So
What camera's off?
yeah, I don't have my camera on ever, so.
No, that's pretty cool.
And doing the whole rope thing yourself, you're gonna knock off like 100 to 120 bucks. I mean, I think for
Is
the
this your bow rope?
yeah, that's my bow rope. That's what I use to pull it up. And the nice thing about these are two different styles of bags, right? This one has no like internal pockets in it,
Okay.
so that's why I use my ropes for this. I don't want anything falling in.
Oh, yeah, I see.
This one has a bunch of different internal pockets. I think it has
They
like
make all sorts of stuff that attaches to this webbing.
yeah.
Not even just the Tehtrd brand, like just general.
Yeah.
Because that's like what Army backpacks and all that other stuff.
And
is.
every brand has their own version of these saddle bags. So
Okay.
pretty much whoever you go with is gonna be able to help you out. And then you might feel an annoying piece of metal right here on your back.
Okay.
So what I do is I clip my platform in there when I am climbing up.
Oh, okay.
So
Instead of hoisting that up to...
Right. So basically when I get upset or get set up in my tree, I only have to pull my bow up. Hang it, I'm good to hunt, like right away. So like you it's hard to get burnt when you're getting set up. You don't have to worry about like when you're using climbing sticks. I don't know how you use your hang on, but a lot of people will pull it up with a rope when they get to height, right?
Right. Then you're clanging on stuff.
Yeah. With this, I mean, you can strap that on your backpack if you wanted to, instead of hanging it on you, and just swing your backpack around because your hand's free.
Right. Or even just hook it to something like this.
Right.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
So I think being quiet, I can get set up at like 22 feet in like 12 to 15 minutes. Like, and that's hunt, like arrow knocked, everything off me and on the tree where I want it to be.
I'm gonna start making dinner. Do you want to stay for dinner?
I actually ate before I came here with my fiance.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Then this is your sitting here.
Yeah, so I'll only sit like that for like 10 minutes, and then I'll go back to standing.
Yeah, that's not nearly as comfortable. I mean, if you had a knee pad, it still probably wouldn't be as comfortable as
Right.
standing.
Well, and even smaller trees, like my preferred tree diameter is 6 to 8 inches at hunting height. It's one of those things where you can wrap your knees around it. It's not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
The bigger the tree, obviously you have to open your hips up more, but
I think people overlook small trees all the time.
the buck I shot my tree out of, I was at a hunting height of 18 feet, and the tree was 4 inches in diameter, and all I had up at that height was this branch.
Okay.
And the only reason I was able to shoot that buck is because I was able to use the tree to stay between me and the deer until it got where I wanted it to shoot, and then I swung around with it and shot it. And I did that many times throughout the season. I'd have a doe wind me, and she would be looking around, and I'm just sitting there like peeking around the corner. All she can see is maybe a sliver of my head.
Okay.
And she's winding me, but she has no clue where I am because I'm between her and the tree, or she's between me and a tree.
Right, you could position it that way. I shot my buck last year out of a tree that was about, like, because I was on a ladder stand.
Yeah.
And that was because that was all I could get into that tree. It was like a dinky ladder stand because it was
Yeah.
like this big around where I had it wrapped around the tree.
Right. Well, and between climbing sticks and this, it's hard not. I mean, there's trees you can get in that you can never. I think this platform is 4 inches minimum and 22 maximum. I think,
Okay.
and I think that's pretty standard for almost anything that you'll be using. So,
Gotcha.
and I mean, if you have a long pack in, you just throw that in your backpack. You can wear it in, and the thing I like about it is with a hang on. I like to be safe, so I'm clipped in the entire time. So I would have to set my like safety harness thing, set a stick up, and repeat. And that is so much harder, in my opinion, than doing a quick flip with a lineman's belt.
Yeah, definitely. Because they have like those, the ones that go from the stand all the way to the ground.
Right.
I know what you're talking about.
So
Yeah.
that's just my take. The nice thing about saddle hunting is like you make it your own. Margot, come here. I don't know. I think she may have fallen. Margot, come.
The remote.
Ah, she's right there. She usually comes running. He's like, somebody's yelling for me. Come on, let's go.
Got the puppy run.
Hi, buddy. Hi. Oh yeah, a little jealous there, Margot. Hi, baby. You stay back here with us. So that's a quick 15-minute spiel for you on saddle hunting. So if you talk to people who've done it for years, they do one sticking stuff. There's John Eberhart. He does like a ring of 5 steps.
Yeah.
And like to me, I
You
try.
guys do the ratchet strap and it's got the little steps on it.
Yeah, I personally didn't like it because I actually like having a platform to stand on. But
Yeah.
if you got to do like some out of state super run and gun stuff, and you want to shed a pound or 2 pounds,
I mean, his saddle's like 2 straps. He's just like.
yeah. So it's just, you make it your own, and the first 2 years you're gonna spend money on stupid stuff, but the way I see it, I mean, I saved myself $120 doing the rope mods myself. So anything that I buy, like I could go sell this for $150 right now, and I'm eating $10, which is a shipping price.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, I don't have that many stands yet, so this is instead of me buying more stands.
that's the rationale I had. I was like, I can buy 2 or 3 hang-on stands, or I can spend $600 between everything. That's sticks, platform, and saddle, and that's over 2 years. Like, I bought this year because I used a Lone Wolf climbing seat.
Oh, okay.
Horrible experience. You put any uneven pressure on the side, and that thing kicked out from underneath me.
Right.
So
Right.
I spent the money. I sold my Lone Wolf climber because I was like, I can get in so many more trees with this than I can with the climber.
Right.
So I was like, I don't need a climber.
Yeah, you probably got most of your money back just from that, anyways. Those are
Right.
those will do value.
So that's all I got for you, man. Literally 10-15 minutes down the road. So
Yeah.
if you want me to swing by again, I can show you more stuff about it. If you want to, I don't know if you're allowed to shoot back here, but I mean, if you wanted to shoot, I'll loan you, let you loan my saddle and stuff. You're not going to break it. So just try it out.
Yeah.
It is weird though when you go from a hang-on where you're sitting and literally your toes are on the edge, and you like stand up and you shimmy like this. It's just the inverse of that. That's why part of the reason I'm not bothered by a smaller setup too. So.
Right.
But you're a bigger dude than I am, so
I mean, because you're tied up there, all your movement is kind of magnified as far as how far you can go.
yeah. It's interesting. I was talking with somebody at the Total Archery Challenge, and they're like, well, if you think about it, you kind of look like one of these branches right here. Like a thicker
Kinda
branch.
angled,
Yeah. So they're like, they're used to people standing vertically.
Like this branch.
Yeah.
Let's see.
It's exactly what it. So, anything you have for questions, or like anything you didn't like about either the platform or the saddle?
No, I like the platform. The saddle was good too.
It's a smaller saddle, so like I don't know. You said you're going with the H2.
I've been looking at different ones. I'm not sure yet.
Okay.
I haven't sat in
There-
very many yet, so.
There's ones that have bigger profiles. There's ones that they have. I forgot what they're called, but legitimately, like you unfold it, you stitch it to the size you want, like basically hemming it.
Okay.
So it's adjustable. It kind of makes like a cupped thing. Like that saddle is cupped,
Okay.
so it's supposed to be more comfortable because it conforms to your butt more.
Sure.
So with the ones that you hem, it does the same thing. I think Trophy Line is the one that gets hemmed.
Gotcha.
So if you didn't like how small that was, there's plenty of bigger saddles out there.
Yeah,
So.
I'll have to find a way to get into a few of them, just see what feels.
Yeah,
right.
there was I should have told you about this. There was an event at Jay's Sporting Goods.
In Clare?
Yeah. And they had like 4 or 5 companies there that they were allowing people to try it on. So
Okay.
I should have thought about that. I didn't know if you'd make a trip like that or not.
I mean, I know the guy that did H2, he's in Grand Blanc, and there's the other one that was in Grand Rapids, so I mean, I'm sure I could find him around.
Yeah, the Latitude makes a good one. Tehtrd makes a good one. I haven't heard too much about H2. The Arrow Kestrel is another brand that I've
Okay.
heard that's pretty popular. Just watch that one YouTube video I sent you. I think the guy reviews like 8 different saddles. He does like a pros and cons at the end of it. So
Okay.
it definitely recommendation to anybody I would make is spend money on a good saddle and a good platform.
Buy once, cry once, right?
No joke, yeah. And the nice thing about like these nicer platforms is they have like these offset brackets here, which are becoming a popular thing on hang-ons. So like if you have a crooked tree, you can set it up like that and cinch it down just by putting weight on it. Obviously it's not going to stay like, I mean, you could cam it over if you wanted to, so it kind of does that. So I would say look for that in a platform. I've tried it on crooked trees, and it's pretty reliable if you follow the process I kind of showed you.
Okay.
Because this bears your load, but yeah, that's it.